Hello everyone and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to have Alexa choose my design playing design roulette. So let's get started. I had acetoned off the previous design and buffed the nails a little bit. And we're going to be applying 2 coats of this OPI base coat. So today I wanted to use up some items that I haven't used that I've had for years. So I have 3 stamping plates left from my Born Pretty stamping plates that I have not opened, and I'll be asking Alexa to select them for me, as well as nail polishes that I tend to not use so often. And I base this on my past videos and just looking back at which nail polishes I have used. Selecting a few nail polishes that were not in my previous videos. So actually I think I only have around 4 regular nail polishes that I haven't used yet on my nails since starting my channel. I thought it would be more than that, but it's good because I'm very indecisive and it's hard for me to select. So this is color 1, color 2, color 3, and color 4. And so I'm just going to grab Alexa and pick a number 1 through 4, and it's 3. So I am selecting this color by Defy and Inspire. It's a wear resistant nail lacquer, and the color is No Rain, Just Flowers. I'll leave maybe not a link if I can't find it, but I'll put a note in the description box below. And as you can see, I love this color. It has this aquamarine shimmer to it, but from far away it looks very dimensional and very glittery. So as far as these colors and stampings go, like I really don't know what the combos are going to be, so hopefully the color and the stamps work out, but it is going to be what it is. So nonetheless, I love this color. So this is plate 1, plate 2, and plate 3. And again, I'm going to ask Alexa, pick a number 1 through 3, and the number is 1. So it's this plate right here. This is BPL010. And I'm just gonna start using some of these designs now. I didn't initially start out with this one. I actually wanted to use the one next to it, but I did have difficulty picking up the stamp, and I'm finding that the surface space on these plates, if it's too big and too wide, the stamper does have a hard time picking it up. I did recently see a video from one of the channels that I follow that talks about big stamps like that. I mean, like stamps that have big spaces, and picking it up, picking the whole thing up, and I just, for the life of me, cannot remember who it is and where it is for me to even look back and figure out what they did differently for me to pick up those stamps. So I'm just trying to use the other designs, and it wasn't just that one, it was a bunch of them. So anyway, I'm going in with these are all stamping polishes from Born Pretty as well, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. But I just took some of the metallic colors, and I'm going to use that to color in. And anyone that enjoys coloring books, like, this is so fun. The only thing is that you have to keep the dotting tool wet because it will pick up any of the dry stamping polish off of the stamper and it'll ruin the design. And you'll see it here. So I'm taking some of this metallic red, and initially I wanted to just put it where these lined triangles are, and then it just got a little too sloppy, so I decided to do the whole strip after that. And this is going to take a decent amount of patience, especially with stamping polish, because it tends to dry quick. So you just have to be very careful and patient with it, otherwise you'll lift up the design and you have to start all over. So in about like a few seconds you're gonna see that I didn't have that patience or and wasn't careful about it, and I lifted the design off the stamper, but I didn't think it was minor, so I didn't redo the stamp, as you just saw right there. It's very disappointing when it happens, but it does happen. So yeah, I just moved forward with it. So yeah, so that's basically like what I wanted to do today for this design. Like, I had no idea what I was gonna do, but I had the idea of using what I had, and because I can't make up my own mind, I had Alexa select it for me. So, and this is not bad either, because I actually would have never used this plate. Like, I don't know. I think I've used more like the curvilinear designs, like not these straight geometric shapes. But there are actually some plates that I've opened that I haven't really used either. Like, I had tried it and it didn't work out. So I might continue to do this design roulette again, just because there's just so many. Like, I see these other videos and they have a ton more stamping plates than I do, and for the life of me, I just don't understand how they can just like sit there and be like, okay, so we're gonna do this today. Like, I would be lost because I wouldn't be able to make up my mind as to what designs I would do. So I mean, even on here, like this plate, it has, well, like, I guess 14 designs, and you know, it's really hard to select from 14. Well, there's more than 14, because then there's that row at the bottom there with those decals. Yeah, it would be hard for me to select which ones I'm going to use. So at any rate, so I just took some clear tape to remove the excess, and then went back in with some acetone and a brush to clean it up. And so we're gonna do this for the next 1, 2, 3 nails. So I'm going to be using a full stamping design on 4 of my nails, and then for the pinky nail, because it is so small, I'm gonna put the dream catcher stamp at the bottom there. Just gonna pull out this nail form backing again, and I'm just gonna lay down my nail polishes as I go, because it does dry quick. And I'm just gonna follow the same color sequence that I used for my ring finger. And the designs on my nails should be the same or similar, but because I cannot make up my mind and I ended up using different stamps on this plate, I at least want to tie the whole thing together by using the same color sequence on each nail. And the way that I did this is I took the lighter colors first and laid that down, and then I laid the ones that were darker after. And I'm going to randomly select which rows I'm going to be coloring, but wherever I start with, I'm going to have to keep with the color sequence that I did in the previous nails. So obviously if I chose gold to be up there, I'm going to put this red next to it, and then I had put the silver way below that. So hopefully I'm making sense with what I'm saying. But yeah, we're just copying the same technique of just adding the color over the stamp. So the last design for the short nail, I had done the same technique, and then I had put the clear top coat over that, and then had placed that on my natural nail, and I had to cut the excess. So I didn't really like it that way. I mean, I've seen it done that way. So I figured this time, okay, let's just skip that part and just stamp the stamping nail polish direct onto the nail and see what happens. So it was the same as, obviously, as you can see, it's the same outcome as putting the clear top coat. It still obviously runs over the nail line, but I also feel like it was easier to clean up afterwards. So like I did before, I had the clear tape, and then I'm brushing it off with the clear acetone, and it's coming off way easier than when I had it with the top coat. And that's the good thing about stamping polish. It's different from regular nail polishes. So when I acetone this off my nail, it definitely ends up coming off. Whereas regular nail polish, you have to apply pressure with the acetone to remove the nail polish. So you definitely want to clean up after each stamp. You don't want the polish to dry to the point where it gets stuck in the crevices, and then you won't be able to have a nice clean pull of the stamper when you're picking up the stamp polish. So how do you think Alexa did on my design that I'm doing here? I mean, it wasn't much. It was just choosing a color and base color, and then choosing a plate. But I think maybe in the future, if I do this again, it'll entail more components to a design, like base color versus secondary color, or liner, or freehand color, and then also using it to select rhinestones or other decals. So I don't know. I thought this was a little fun, and a different twist because I have no control over what and it, like I said, I tend to have a style, so I would probably, like I said, never use these plates. So yeah, this whole part of it, of not being in control of the design, is very fun and interesting. So, but yeah, I really love, brushing off the stamping polish with the acetone. It's something that um, is really hard to do with regular nail polish. And then, the other version of this that I love is, doing nail cleanser on gel polish. So I'm really glad that it comes off easy. So now I'm using one of the bottom stamps, and I saw this dream catcher, and I just want to tie in the whole design. So I'm placing that on my pinky nail, and with that design, I really think that the base color that I used by Defy and Inspire was a great choice because it makes it look dreamy, if that makes any sense, because the glitter adds so much dimension. So I definitely wanted to use this final design stamp here. It's just very symmetrical and curvilinear. It's more organic than the other stamps that I had put on my nails. So it was really fun and interesting to use and to color in with the stamping polish because I had to make sure that I was selecting the right geometry to color in. As with like the silver color, I just didn't know what spaces I was coloring silver. But I didn't have a problem with the other colors. So, like, it's, obviously with this red, it's simple, it's clear. You just need to put this on the edge of that circle. And now I'm just going in and coloring these swervy vines. And I love this stamp. And I love how it is organic like that. So definitely glad to have this, that I chose this stamp to be a part of this set. I think it really works well with the other stamps that I had applied. Okay, so I'm putting on the last two colors. And when the spaces get too narrow or too small, I just switched to a different size dotting tool. I bought a set and it comes with different sizes. And I'll leave a link in the description box below for that. And I'm going to leave the center open so that you can see the background color. And we're placing this on my nail. And after cleaning that up, I'm now going in with my OPI top coat, and I'm going to very lightly brush some of this over each nail and let it just not flood the cuticle, but spread out on its own, because I'm trying not to apply too much pressure on this brush because it'll drag the stamping polish below. And after that has dried fully, I'm going to apply another top coat of the OPI top coat. And because the first layer had dried, I can be a little more aggressive on this application. And I'm going in with my Nourish Cuticle Oil after this has dried fully again. And I'm applying this all over each nail just to give it back some life to my cuticles. And this is the end result of Alexa doing my design by Design Roulette. It looks so complex, and it's not. It's all just stamper. This is a close-up view of that, and there's that dream catcher. I had positioned it to face me, but now that I realize I'm going to have a different photo than I normally do, because I want the viewers to see that dream catcher upright. Well, there you have it. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.